Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to GameStar TV. I'm your host for the night, EJ, and we have round 2 of the GameStar HEYPAL Paladins Summer 17 series coming up here. It is going to be Abyss versus Empire Paladins, and I'm going to throw over to Kid Fox and Skimmy, who are going to take us through all of the action. Well, we hope Kid Fox is. If he drops, you're going to get me. Over to you, Kitty.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing, EJ, but thank you so much for covering for me before. I hope that that won't happen again. But yes, the instant epidemic guys getting themselves up over Avant-Garde after a little bit of a shaky start, it must be said, but they brought that one back very well, Skimmy.
Yeah, no, I mean, as the draft progressed on in terms of how the game really played out, it really showed that Instant Epidemic made their own. It started to show the cracks into what looked like a very solid comp from Avant-Garde. It just seemed to sort of lack a bit of punch at times. There's a little bit too much beefiness and tankiness and support to really round things out, to actually find those finishing blows, which is really what Instant Epidemic had. They just had pure damage, pure raw output to really just take you down before you could actually respond.
Yeah, they made work of their composition in the end. We're just going to run through the results of that round. The Abyss lads 4-0 defeating Amigo 5. No surprise there, unfortunately, for the Amigo 5 lads. The Corvidae Paladins lads, they took one off Empire, but ended up going down 1-4. Kings defeated Psionic in a clean sweep 4-0, and on stream, of course, we saw the closest match of the round was Instant Epidemic versus Avant-Garde, but now it is Abyss versus Empire Paladins. Abyss on the left-hand side, Empire on the right-hand side, and it looks like Fernando will be the first pick.
Yeah, so Fernando really, with the Immortal Ultimate itself, just gives you so many opportunities to really build a comp around it. And once again, if you're coordinated enough, that is a big window of opportunity. But the response here, straight away, no hesitation. And this is really what the meta is right now, is just double tanks. Pick up the best tanks as quickly as you can. Makoa, Ruckus coming out in quick succession. But then the response once more. We saw Charlene being highly prioritized last game, more so than Cassie. Same here again. And they're going to go for Androxus as well, which also was doing a ton of work.
Will we see Josh Kent on the Bomb King, ranked, I think, 90th on the server for Bomb King, so he's definitely no slouch with the big BK. But now it's looking like Cassie and Evie will be picked up for Empire Paladins, so going for a bit of a flanking composition here.
Yeah, looking for the EV, and definitely, like I was trying to say before, gives you a lot of potential to drop the Winter Storm when you've got combined with the likes of Makoa and Arrakis, where you just want to sit on a point for as long as possible. You can drop tons of damage, really, when they're all stuck around it. And if they can pair that with the Grover, that is just really a match made in heaven, just AoE-centric. But the response, before we really jump into too much towards that Grover pick, Mild Dumber. Now, a personal favourite of mine, the Gird itself.
Yes.
It's really a great heal once more to really support out what Fernando's trying to achieve. It means he is literally an impenetrable wall.
I think it was myself who put you onto the big Maldamba. He's got the kit. He's got the absolute works. You can build him as a stun lock. You can build him as an AoE heals. You can build him as a direct heal. He's just so good, and now Josh Kent seems to be the one who's going to take up those duties, so no Bomb King for him tonight, but Drogoz being taken out by D-Dog. Now Hades will take tanking duties on Fernando. Charlene with his Chronics, and Androxus is Joel's. And over on the Empire Paladin side, Kunt is taking Grover, DLS on Makoa, Rice, OGE on Cassie, Fumel on the Ruckus Man and X-Paragon on Eevee. With those big ice storms, expect to see some massive plays coming out there, Skimmy, but I'm excited. It is Serpent Beach. Get hyped.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to how this Drogoz actually comes out. He's going to be the tank shredder definitely in this lineup to really try and take on this double tank setup coming out from Empire. But really, a lot of this is going to be on towards how Grover can sit from the back and poke away and try and deter these members really pushing and pressuring, because he can do tons of damage, a lot of sniping potential, as well as just passively healing everyone up. So he's going to have to really watch how he controls the life pools of both those tanks to stay healthy.
Just having a look at the loadouts here. It looks as though Grover going for a little bit of escape with the Vine Grasp was there as well. The self heals with the sustain with crippling throw. What do you make of that one?
Yeah, it's a more well-rounded sort of build. Not really going to be too heavily focused on the support talents themselves, more so just on staying alive and really being able to navigate himself around the map and really allow the pressure to be focused on other members than himself.
So as the clock ticks down here, 45 seconds two teams will purchase their items. Still no purchases as yet, but there we go. Rekka being picked up by Fumil on Ruckus. Not really much being given away here as these two teams just strategically placing their level 1 items. Haven being picked up by Androxus. That is a good all-round talent, Haven.
Yeah, I mean, I was just been watching these loadouts. They've been consistently changing, and Grover now has gone to something a little bit more standard, so it must have been the default build. I was going to say that looked like the default loadout for Grover beforehand, but this looks a little bit more, reasonable. It's got movement speed after using Blossom. He's got elimination to reduce cooldowns, so he's just looking to, once again, increase his passive healing potential, as well as actually give it an active ability to really enable what his team's trying to achieve.
So these teams mount up. Lots of Havens here on both of these two teams.
I don't hear Kefbox, so I'll carry the reins across once more. It looks like the attention is going to go straight towards this one. No first blood just yet, but I'm watching Androxus, who sniped a fair chunk of damage onto 2 targets. He does finally connect with the first blood there. Takes out Ruckus. He looks for a second. It's on towards Makoa. He does get a beautiful snipe there. And that is going to be, that's going to be a best looking to start things off here. They are not playing this one patiently at all. They are just bringing it hard, bringing it home. Killing spree ×3 with the triple. Nice little pickup. And they are just getting straight amongst it into the base. Nobody's actually on the capture point right now.
Maldumba.
Maldumba is chilling there for the meantime. It's up to 93%. This is a guaranteed payload at this stage. And that is blue team. That is a best starting things strong here.
That's the experience of Abyss we've seen there, Skimmy. They only need one player on the point. They realised they got the full team wipe on the Empire Paladins boys, and then they went up there, choked them in, and they really, all they needed was Maldumba. Now they've got it. This payload is a rolling.
Yeah, just look how much damage Drogos is pumping out, especially given the fact that him and Charlotte have gone for the wreck. It's just shredding through those tank health pools as if they are squishy carries themselves. The damage connects on towards Grover, and that's what we're talking about, is how important he's going to be, because as soon as he goes down, look at this. Ruckus drops. Suddenly, Makoa is gone. The damage connects on towards Cassie, who is trying to do her best to scout things out, run away for the best of her ability. She is tumbling, she is rolling, but she is just copping flaming boogers to the face, and that payload is making rapid speed. It's only a minute 40 left on the clock, and it's nearly at base.
Jols is carving up here on Androxus. He's got 18k damage already, and there now Fumil goes down to him as well. The core doing those massive AoE heals, and there we go. A Cursed Arm has been popped. DLS goes, and look at that push success for crit balls as well. Huge play here from Abyss. 2-0 early on the Zowie scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, look at them. They've still got all their ultimates on the side of the best. They didn't even need to use that. That's just a testament to how they were playing that one. They were pushing at such a rapid rate. The accuracy from these abilities, the execution is towards those kill targets, it all fell into place like a well-made jigsaw.
It absolutely did. And we have a look at the heals here. Maldumba, almost 25k, 23k to be precise. He's just out healing Grover, and I think that's what's winning them the game. Apart from Abyss being just so good skill-wise, the heals. Maldumba, Grover's got the AoE heals. He should technically be pumping out just a little bit more, but you can see the skill coming through on Maldumba here, and that is Josh Kent doing work.
Yeah, and that build that he's gone for as well, the most common one there, where you got the passive reload speed as a card, and you actually get death cans as well, and you can just chuck out so many spiders that can be such a pain to try and deal with. But instantly, and here goes out the Horrifier, connects onto quite a few members there, and allows things to start off in favour of Abyss once more. Both Drogos and Shalom pick up frags themselves, make that a double kill for Chronix there. The response comes out from Makoa, who does take out the support of Josh Kent. Maldumba is going to drop, not able to support anymore. And it's going to be now a retaliation kill from Cassie, taking at the flank there of Joel. The point is in favour of Abyss right now, up to 60%, and it's rapidly getting better. But the Blizzard comes across, doesn't really find anything, but it's going to allow a race as they get the kill there, Kitbox.
DLS just hooked V-Dog out of the air on Drogos as he shot up. That was great in the game for me so far. Massive kill there, Skinny, and now it looks as though Empire have forced Abyss off the point here. They may cap this.
Well, that's it. It's going up so quickly now. 97%. That is a definite capture. No point going them one by one at this stage. Empire Paladins, they find themselves the first capture point. 2 minutes 20 on this one. Let's see how quickly they can go through.
see Evie here doing work. Now Drogo's on top of the damage pool. It is all of this. If we are going to go raw numbers here, Drogo's and Droxus and Charlene all doing their jobs with DLS getting a nice hit there on Joel's Cook, blowing the tranquility, just healing up his team here, Steve.
Oh, Makoa going huge. They're picking up a double frag himself. Evie then comes up amongst it and gets herself into the action, picking up a kill. And they are climbing around this corner at such a quick rate as well. These teams do definitely not mess around.
Absolutely scheming, but once again, I've frozen in place, so I'm going to have to throw the action to you.
No worries there. Let's have a look now. Strogo has got the Dragon Punch at the ready. He is doing a lot of damage there because he is in the sky. He is finding members left, right, and center. And that's a big punch in the middle. Will the Dragon Punch be used? Every member is healthy right now. It's coming out. It's being judged. He's looking for the flank right on the side. He's going to jump on down, pops into one, and see you later, Drodo. You cannot do much with that. The fadeaway comes in as the boogers fly on down. Gerd topping up members as they're running through. Josh Kent so low. He is looking for it. He managed to get the sliver away, and Fernando is in hot pursuit. He has found a Cassie, a low Cassie at that. And it seems that Drogo took to the sky to try and complement him, but he is now immediately being used as aerial support to dismount and prevent the rest of this return. A minute left on the clock here, Cat Fox. How are we looking?
Yeah, we are back in action, and it looks as though a Cursed Arm is ready, but unfortunately Joel's did get taken down. He's rocking 9 and 3 at the moment, so doing a good job there on the flanker, but look at that, Josh Kent going down there to X-Paragon. Great work there on the Eevee with the wormhole build as well, so getting maximum seconds in between those blink skins.
Koba and Ruckus do have their ultimates available. We've got Grover 50 seconds, or 50%, sorry, towards that charge from Hiss, and he's looking to build that up as quickly as he can. Paragon starts things off by picking at Charlene. 30 seconds left on the clock. They went for a bit of a flank on that right-hand side, picking off targets, really trying to break this team comp down of Abyss. They want to come in, they want to push, but it's not going to be enough because Josh Kent finds that Eevee's been overextended to stay around a little bit too long there. Pays the price now.
I mean, see now, Hayes on this cut, and Joel's on Androcus. We talked about him all night, he's getting work done, but X-Paragon around the backside, taking down Torrance on Charlene, doing work here on Eevee, now forced into the ice block, now blinks away, doing damage. I cannot compliment X-Paragon's work on Eevee enough. Finally gets taken down by Josh Kent, but that was a great run.
Yeah, there's nobody inside right now. Overtime is going to completely come across. And then just going to hang on to those ultimates. Every ultimate across the board. Eevee at 96% here. And that's matched by Maldumba being at 81%. So we're going to have complete cluster when it comes to this next capture shrine. Up in 30 seconds. It's 3-1 currently in favour of Abyss. But you've got to feel good if you're Empire Paladins right now.
Absolutely, they are on the card here. We can see Joel's doing work. Takes down X-Paragon. There we go. Defense successful. 3-1 on the Zowie scoreboard. Well done there to the Empire lads. Abyss just one cap away from taking this one out though, Skimmy.
Yeah. Still all into this one. I mean, if we're looking at the items themselves, Haven's still being heavily prioritized. We've got Nimble being picked up and being favorable here by Charlene, but definitely Wrecker is the name of the game for this one. But let's look and start things off here with Grover. He's going to look for those axes from afar, trying to get things started off here. Instantly a flank comes across, and it's going to be from the Neverstep man himself, and Drops is looking to try and find all members of Empire Paladins on the side here, but to be Fernando who sticks around. Chronix though leads the board, starts things off here, taking out Eevee, flank for flank, damage for damage, and it's going now on towards the big water beam popped in the middle there, complemented by the horrified Die Dog, gets a kill on towards the support player. Grover dropped, and they are just taking them apart now. 4 members actually, a big quad kill coming out here, and with the Gerd, every member topped up, and that point is being picked up at a rapid rate there, Cat Fox.
I think I'm going to have to hand the reins over to EJ here. Skimmy, I'm 20 seconds behind, and that just doesn't make it there.
Alrighty, gonna get some Paladins action, Skimmy. Now, I am just sorting another thing out, and I'm just going to put it out there while I am on air. And the blizzard goes down in the middle of the point there. So it's 81 to 23. Keep an eye on that one, Skimmy. Just to let all teams know, exploiting healing glitches in the game will be viewed quite dimly. Over to you, Skimmy.
Thank you there. It's going to be Abyss to round things out here. 99%, no hesitation on that one. They're going to close round number 2, really, of the HEYPAL GameStar Championship in a convincing fashion. Not really looking too hazy about that one. If we jump to the scoreboard itself, if we look how things finished off in the damage board themselves,
and while you do that, I'll go and see if I can round the players up for a chat.
Sounds good there.
So EJ's just off to check out the team captains. Hopefully we'll get Josh Kent or hopefully Hayes or someone like that in. But yeah, the Abyss lads just showing us why they are one of the best teams in the country at the moment. But Empire, they did get a round off them there.
Well, they did pick up a round there. They just struggled on that final hurdle around that bend leading into the spawn point, one of the hardest parts to do it. And that's where a team like Abyss, they can respawn, they can keep filtering in plays as quickly as they can, as much as they need to do. And in the end, they were just able to pick apart what remained.
So we're just waiting on word now from the team.
We do need an MVP, guys. Who's your MVP from that match?
Oh, how about DLS's hook onto Drogoth? Did anybody else catch that? That was stellar.
I heard you scream.
DLS's overall KD was 7-8.
Yeah, Joel's on Androxus. Yeah, I didn't see the man die. I really didn't. Every time he took damage, he was just straight onto reversal, and then because he spec'd into the heal talent, the damage he was absorbing was just being converted to HP. So now we're finally being joined by the lads themselves. Hades, well played, mate.
Yep, thanks for that. It was a good game.
And Kunt as well played a pretty good game as Grover, has to be said.
I mean, yeah, it could have been better. I missed a couple of shots, I think, but going against Abyss, we took 1 point, so I'm pretty happy with that, considering, Abyss being the best team OCE, so...
Absolutely, well done. It's all experience, mate, and it only comes from versing these top teams. Hades, as a unit, what do you guys think you could have done anything a little bit better from that match?
Yeah, we were kind of surprised by them, to be honest, and they took a point of us, which was surprising. We really, I don't know, we just took it for granted, I guess. We didn't use the ults properly, we initiated wrong, and we got cocky standing on the point too long.
And that was it, Hades. They then hit that point hard and pushed you back to get that cart for that first time.
Yeah, we used our ults without getting a pick. I think Diggy got one with his ult. Josh hit a bunch with his ult, but we just didn't finish off any kills. And when you use all your ults, you really need to confirm at least a kill per ult, and we just failed to do that.
I got a question for Kunt here. On that final push there, where you're coming around on the bend of Abyss's base end with that payload, you just seem to struggle on that final stretch. What do you think that really came down to?
Not 100% sure. We had Fernando on Hades up behind us, and then I think it was Androxus who was really low, but we struggled to find the finish on a couple of low champions, and then we just kind of, I think we were a bit too excited, and we just kind of fell apart a little bit in the heat of the moment.
Now, Skimmy, we're going to have to pick an MVP here. Who's your nomination?
Well, it really would go towards Joel's, really, to be honest. I felt that the damage that was coming across was key when it was mattered. And Dog, well, he's really complimenting with the amount of AoE he was pumping out, but the finishing shots, for me, that was what did it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there. He finished top of the damage charts as well. Not far behind Diggy Dog. But, Diggy Dog not far behind. But, yeah, I think Joel's has earned himself the MVP nomination for round 2 here of the HEYPAL series. I'm going to throw it over back to your host, EJ, for these messages.
All right, thank you, Kid Fox. And we're going to take a short break here at the HEYPAL Paladins Summer 17 series. We'll be back very shortly with round 3 action. We're just waiting for a few more results to go in and we'll enter them. But on the way out, let's just quickly thank the sponsors. High Res for giving us prizes for the tournament that we are running. We also want to thank Split Media Labs. We use their XSplit to broadcast our challenge to manage our tournaments. And we all hang out over at player.me. Sign up and follow GameStar. Plantronics is the official headset sponsor of GameStar. And of course, if you want to strive for perfection, you're going to want to go and get some Zowie products. So get into it, get on board. We'll be back with round 3 very shortly after this short break.